Hello, everybody. This is Susan Zangi. I'm calling from the Charlotte, North Carolina offices of Moeb in the United States. I'm getting ready to place a call to a new friend by the name of Peter Barker. Peter just made his very first silver sale, and we're going to call him and talk about what he's doing with his business.
Hi, Peter speaking.
Good morning, Peter. This is Susan Zangi with Moeb.
Oh, hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm really good, thank you. Very good. Had a busy weekend. We had a Moeb get together yesterday, which was great in London. So, yeah, fired up.
Awesome. Well, listen, the reason I'm calling you is I understand that you just made your very first silver sale, and I'm recording this call. We like to call people when they make, do milestones and like their first sale or they've crossed certain thresholds or whatever, and we like to call and congratulate you first of all, and also offer you an opportunity to tell the audience what you're doing with your business, how you found Moeb, how you're finding leads, how you made this particular sale, or anything you want to tell us that would inspire the audience.
Yeah, sure. I'm really happy to share that because I guess I'm someone who's probably quite a typical person that comes into Moeb. So I guess I've been dabbling a little bit online for a couple of years. I'd sort of tried most of the things that a lot of other people do, and quickly discovered that there's no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you actually focus and dedicate time and find the right systems, then there's really good opportunities out there. And I then came across Moeb through a Facebook ad that Chris and Susan, who are my sort of sponsors, put up, and came along to one of the IM workshops and found out a bit more. And again, I'm probably someone that's quite sceptical. My background is I've been running businesses for a number of years, but for me, the goal is to look for something that gives me that sort of time and location freedom, so that I can actually just have at some point me and my laptop and still do things and keep busy and earn money. So that was very much my goal and outcome, and I got involved. I went through the 21 steps, which was great, and I positioned myself at Titanium fairly early on because, again, I recognise the value of doing that. My goal will be at some point to obviously move up, but obviously it does come down to money at the end of the day. So, and whilst I sort of learning, so I didn't know anything. I mean, I'd done stuff just for my own businesses, and I was fairly sort of savvy with some of the sort of websites and online, but certainly, I mean, I'd never even heard of a solo ad or what that was. Knew nothing about that, and then just took it a step at a time. Went through the 21 steps, learnt while I was going. Really enjoyed sort of that learning, and then that was a few months ago. Probably where are we now? August, probably May, June was sort of when I started sort of looking again. I think I met Chris and Susan at the Iron Workshop in May. And yeah, I've just been taking one step at a time as I go. I have a thirst for learning, so I'm really keen to sort of learn how it all works. And just bagged my first silver. Hopefully, it'll be the first of many. I really feel I'm out of the starting blocks now, which is great.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great start. Chris and Susan are two of my favorite Moeb people. They're so engaging and they're so helpful to the people on their team. So that's a great connection.
And one of the things it's made me recognise is part of it. I can now replicate that with the people. So that the sale that I've made, I've actually already been engaging with the person who's come on board. I've been contacting her. So as soon as she sort of got in, she came through a solo ad. And as soon as she started sort of showing a bit of interest, I sort of reached out to her and engaged with her and sort of had a bit of a Skype call. And for me, I've just been very honest with her about this is this is me, this is my story, this is why I'm doing it, this is where I've got. And I think for me, that's the biggest lesson. If you can just be genuine and honest with people and be consistent and supportive, pretty much everything else happens in itself. It was great because I woke up on Saturday morning and saw that had come in, and I was literally just off to meet Chris and Susan and some of the other sort of Moeb consultants. We have a little group in London, and it was a great sort of motivator for not just me but for my colleagues as well. So yeah, it's been great, really good, and I'm fired up now for the next one.
Well, that's terrific. I love the fact that you're talking about authenticity, because I think that's a lot of people come into this business and they think, well, I have to be I have to be just like this person, or I have to be just like that person, or I have to show that I know all these things that you might not necessarily know, but where if you can be honest with the person and just sit down and say, hey, here's where I am. This is what happened to me. This can, this is what's happened. You can show this is what happened to other people, and so you can see, so people can see what's possible. But if they see that genuine care and concern, with you, they might be. They feel like they trust you.
That's been so important. I think that's, for me, is what will be a driving factor in terms of how successful I am with this, because, I can't come into this claiming to be this person that has made $1 million online and I know everything about it, because I'm not, and that would sit quite uncomfortably with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been honest and said, look, this is where I've come from, this is what I know, but one thing I do know is that from the due diligence that I've done and my background and experiences, I can recognise that actually this works. And the problem is there's 90% of what you see out there in terms of internet marketing and affiliate marketing is rubbish, and it is people claiming to be what they're not, and that, for me, is something that at some point will come back, and what goes around comes around, and that's a very short-term strategy from my point of view.
I agree. I agree.
If you're honest about it, you say this is what I am, this is how I can support you, and just share that and show sort of concern for the people that you're bringing in, then for me that's a really, really strong long-term strategy, in that, providing you're consistent and supportive, and I know what my goal is and what I want to do, and I think that for me is what I think, becoming that sort of person and go-to, and someone, the girl that's come on board has been very, very complimentary in terms of just like, it was great that I can just reach out to you or ping you out on Skype, and, because it's a big step. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it's a big step for everyone, and just getting that right mindset around that is really important. But no, for me, that level of honesty and integrity is something that is important. I don't want to claim to be something I'm not, but just by being honest with people and sharing my experience, I think that will absolutely bag the next deal, as if you say.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. I love hearing those kinds of stories, and you're following the communication route where you're building relationships, and that's such a key thing too. So that's one of the biggest things I see about Chris and Susan is that they develop relationships with their people before they try to start selling things, and then they don't have to sell things.
Do you know what? And that's so important. I feel quite uncomfortable pinging, trying to, if you like, twist someone's arm to invest in something or coming if it really wasn't right for them.
Right.
I mean, I've had 2 or 3 emails from people that have expressed an interest and said, look, this is what it is, this is how it is. And they're saying, well, how soon will I make my first, my first $1,000? And I'm like, right, shut up. Can't tell you that. You're the master of that destiny. But if you think you're coming into this and next week you're going to be writing a check for $1,000, it might not be the right option for you.
Right.
And I'd rather be honest to people up front about that, because so from a longer term point of view, that for me that's a very short sighted strategy, just trying to get people in to get money out of them. That really shouldn't be what it's about.
Right.
It should be about, if there's a really good opportunity for that person here and they're dedicated and want to do it, then of course I'll support you. But I'm not someone that, it's not my natural style to try and sell someone something that they don't really actually want or need.
Mm-hmm. That's terrific. That's excellent advice. So, well, listen, Peter, it's great to meet you. Congratulations again on your sale, and I hope I will get to call you again and congratulate you on some more. And also hope I'll get to see you at a Titanium Mastermind one of these days soon, and then maybe after you upgrade, we'll see you at another one.
You're on my Skype list now, so if your name pops up, I will get very excited, thinking, "Oh, this is good news." So don't just call me about anything, because every time your name pops up now, I'm expecting you to say, "Oh, it's been a great sale."
Oh no, I'll have to preface my calls with a message and say, "No, don't get excited.
Yeah.
I'm calling to tell you some good news, but it's not that news or whatever."
Yeah.
But maybe it will be. You never know. So.
Yeah, well, I'm fired up and raring to go now. So.
Great. Well, that's great to hear. It's nice to meet you, and I hope I'll talk to you again soon.
Susan.
Thank you, Peter.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All the best.
You too.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.